If you want to understand why your skin has been losing its firmness and pulling away from its frame, do not look to the creams. Do not look to the decades. The answer lives in a stress hormone that has been quietly dismantling your collagen for years, and today we are naming it. Welcome, my people. So glad you are here. That softening along the jaw, the skin on the upper arms that no longer holds the way it once did. For so many folks who come to me, that is not merely time presenting its bill. That is the body sending a message about something that has been running unchecked for far too long. Your doctor works hard and cares for you, but a rushed appointment cannot hold a full conversation about how your stress hormone rhythm connects to what your skin is now showing. It is not written into the prescription guidelines, so the connection goes unspoken. Not today. My name is Mother Mary Beckford. For over 55 years, I have walked alongside my community, working with the plants and roots my grandmother pressed into my hands when I was still young. She was a midwife and bush healer in the hills above Port Antonio, Jamaica, her mother before her, and before that, women who read the body the way a farmer reads the land. My grandmother said that everything troubling a person begins in the belly. She meant the whole interior world, the gut reaching the hormones, the immunity, the sleep, and all of these eventually reach the skin. I have watched this truth hold across 5 generations. Today, I want to show you how it speaks through what you see in the mirror. The women I grew up watching in the Blue Mountains, those who lived past 80 with skin still holding, carried no cortisol panels and no collagen powders. They had the old ways. And what the modern world is now beginning to confirm about stress hormones and skin aging, the grandmothers of those hills already knew and lived. Stay with me to the end, daughter, because 9 out of 10 folks make a morning mistake that works directly against their skin's repair. The order of what I share matters. Each piece builds on the last. Before we go further, leave me a comment below. Tell me your age and tell me where you first noticed the change, the jaw, the neck, the arms. I read every single comment on this channel, and what you share shapes what I teach next. Today, I will show you why cortisol has been thinning the framework beneath your skin for years. I will name the 3 forces that keep it elevated in older bodies. I will walk through the bush wisdom for tending each one. And I will bring you to the master practice my grandmother called the keeper of the face, the one that helps the body begin restoring from the inside out. If you are not yet subscribed, would you do that now? It takes 2 seconds, costs nothing, and helps this knowledge reach the folks in our community who need it most. Beneath your skin lives a protein called collagen, the deep scaffolding that keeps everything lifted. Think of it as the wooden frame inside a house. When the frame holds firm, the walls stay in place. When it weakens, everything above it settles and drops. Cortisol is the hormone the body releases under stress. When it stays elevated over time, it triggers an enzyme that breaks down collagen fibers and slows the body's ability to make new ones. After 60, cortisol rhythms shift. Morning spikes rise higher. Nighttime levels do not fall as far as they should. The body spends more time in quiet alert than in genuine rest. And during that alert state, resources meant for skin repair are redirected elsewhere. The grandmothers observed this in the women who carried too much and slept too little. The laboratories are now confirming what the Hills already knew. Chronically elevated cortisol meaningfully accelerates collagen loss in older bodies. The old healers were not surprised. 3 forces keep cortisol elevated in aging bodies, and each one can be tended. The first is disrupted sleep. Deep sleep shortens after 60. Cortisol should reach its lowest point in the early night hours. When sleep breaks apart, it stays elevated through those hours, and that is precisely the window when the body's collagen repair crews do their most important work. The second force is gut inflammation. When the gut lining is troubled and bacterial balance is disrupted, the body reads it as ongoing threat and keeps cortisol elevated. Elevated cortisol feeds more inflammation. Many older bodies are caught inside this circle without knowing it. Here is what the island healers understood about breaking it. You cannot simply add probiotics and expect the cycle to stop. The bacteria need prebiotic fiber to survive in the gut, and they need to produce postbiotics, the actual healing compounds the bacteria generate when they are healthy and well fed. Think of it as a garden. The bacteria are the seeds. The prebiotic fiber is the soil. The postbiotics are the harvest. Without rich soil, the seeds bear little. Without the harvest, the garden feeds no one. All three must work together or the effort falls short. Eleanor was 71, a retired school teacher from Chattanooga, Tennessee. She had watched her skin change rapidly over 2 years and had tried 2 different collagen supplements without result. What had been overlooked was a long-standing, low-grade gut inflammation that had been keeping her system in quiet distress. Once we began addressing the gut environment alongside her sleep routine, her cortisol rhythm settled over about 6 weeks. By month 3, the softening along her jaw had reduced by roughly 28% from where she started. She wrote to me, "Mother Mary, I did not know something happening in my belly was showing up on my face. The third force is what my grandmother called carrying the weight past supper time. Emotional tension held long in the body keeps the nervous system in low activation through the night. A nervous system that never truly rests is a cortisol system that never truly rests. And the skin shows it. Season after season." Let me pause here for a moment because this is what my folks ask about most. What do you actually use, Mother Mary, to support that gut foundation? What I have landed on is a product called BoochBod. They are kombucha gummies, not a pill, and they bring together all 3 elements we just discussed: prebiotic fiber, a studied probiotic strain called lactospore, and a postbiotic called Postbiotics LM1004. They also carry dandelion root, which the old healers of the Blue Mountains have gathered from the hillsides for generations before my grandmother's time, and slippery elm. Over 30,000 people are taking BoochBod each day. The link is in the description below, and please speak to your doctor before starting any supplement. Now we arrive at the most important piece of everything I have shared today. The body has a repair window that opens in the deep night hours, and during that window, the cells responsible for building new collagen become active. They are the body's quiet construction crew, but they only gain access to their work when cortisol has fallen far enough to let them through. This is why every practice I have described, the sleep support, the gut care, the release of tension, all of it serves one purpose: opening that window wide enough and long enough for the body to do what it was designed to do. Dorothy was 75, a retired librarian from Savannah, Georgia. She had been waking at 2 or 3 in the morning for 4 years and could never fully return to sleep. What had been overlooked was that her gut inflammation was sending low-level distress signals through the night, keeping her cortisol from completing its descent. We began with an evening breath practice to settle the nervous system before sleep, gut support to address the underlying inflammation, and a morning herb tea to soften the first cortisol spike of the day. Within 10 weeks, her sleep deepened measurably. By month 4, her fasting cortisol had dropped by 19% from her baseline, and she told me, "Mother Mary, I feel like my body remembered something it forgot a long time ago." If you are managing heart conditions, blood pressure, or blood sugar, please speak with your doctor before changing your daily routine. The body is one system and it deserves full care. After 55 years of watching what truly works, here are 3 things most guides skip. Tip 1. The morning herb tea must arrive before any conversation that carries demand. The first cortisol hour sets the pattern for every hour that follows. Guard it. Tip 2. 3 weeks of small daily practice outperforms 1 extraordinary week followed by stopping. Consistency is the language this body understands. Tip 3. The gut healing that slows cortisol also improves sleep, and better sleep speeds collagen repair. Tend them together, and each one strengthens the other. 3 mistakes I see most often. Mistake 1. Addressing cortisol without addressing the sleep at the same time. They are one conversation, not 2. Mistake 2. Taking probiotics without prebiotic fiber. The seeds need soil. Many folks spend months on probiotics and see very little because they are planting in ground that cannot sustain growth. Mistake 3. Expecting visible skin change within a month. The interior work begins quickly. The skin reflects it slowly and steadily over seasons. Do not stop before the body has had time to answer. My child, What we have been discussing today goes deeper than the mirror. This is about your morning still ahead, about sitting at the table with the people you love and being fully present, about the independence that lets you move through the seasons on your own terms. It is never too late to change what this body is doing. I have watched women in their late 70s begin this work and see their skin answer within a season. The body does not give up on us. Give it what it needs to restore. Let me pull it together for you. 1. Cortisol breaks down collagen scaffolding and slows its replacement. 2. Three forces drive it elevated in older bodies: disrupted sleep, gut inflammation, and tension held past supper time. 3. Gut support requires all three elements working together: prebiotic fiber, probiotics, and postbiotics. 4. The collagen repair window opens only when cortisol falls far enough in the night. 5. The master practice brings morning calm, gut support, and evening rest together over months of steady, patient work. If this reached you, please subscribe and share it with a sister or an old friend who has been wondering the same thing. And leave me a comment telling me which practice you are beginning first. I read every single comment on this channel. The BoochBod link from earlier is in the description whenever you are ready. Until next time, my people, Mother Mary sends love from the hills.